want us to talk about just one portion of that, which is discretion. Discretion. Unale verse, Proverbs 2, verse 11. With NIV, somebody who has it. Are we live? Let's go. Yes, please.
Discretion will protect you, and understanding will guide you.
Kopa le thome hape.
Verse 11 says, discretion will protect you, and understanding will guide you.
Sure. Ulukile. Linsuda discretion o ka lenyaka wa le checker from the dictionary, it will about the choice of words. Also being careful of what to say, at what time, with who do you talk this thing. I think one of the bigger challenges that we have is to guard our tongues, especially when we are excited. Thabile re bolela too much. And nako engwe re bolaisa ke o bolela o. Mo e leng gore you say things out of excitement later, but you said this. And you realize, I shouldn't have said it. But it's too late. It came out already. I don't know if there's anyone who has ever been in trouble for talking too much. There are examples in the Bible. Before we go there, I want to show you that anything that you don't say, the devil does not know about you. Yes. If you just keep quiet, he does not know. Let's not even give him credit. He can't read our minds. He's not even God. Plus, he's not present everywhere. So in most cases, he capitalizes on what we say. So if you are going through stuff and you don't do the Yoma way, Satan, there's no way he can know that when you are going through stuff, he is not God. It's only God who can read your mind and your heart and so on. Mara, Anchi who capitalize on what we say. That's why the choice of our words is key. Oh, Gabriel, I failed. I won't make it. You will capitalize on it, and you will never make it. Oh, Gabriel, I give on this year to a faith. He capitalized on that, and you will use those words that you spoke against you. This is what you said. So you'll capitalize on your words. So it's key. The power of words. And also not just the power of words, also the choice of words, choosing what to say at what time. In the Bible, I see the announcement of people which attracted the enemy. The announcement of Joseph caused the enemy to use his brothers to fight him. If Joseph was never announced, his brothers would not have fought with him. But Joseph was announced, and how was he announced? He announced himself because he stood up, stood in front of them. He told them that I saw a dream and I saw myself bigger than you. That announcement made them to be uncertain. And they were so uncomfortable with him. But I feel like this guy, Unanor, is going to be ruler over us. And Batoma will deal with him. To a point where they planned to kill him, to a point where he had to be in the pit until prison and so on. It is because of what he said. Imagine if Joseph saw these things and he kept quiet. God never said, go and tell your brothers. God revealed these things to him, for him, so that he may know where he was going. If he kept quiet, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't have gone through what he has gone through. Because anyway, they would not know. Bigger than us. Who knows what is dreaming except him? Mara excitement, to come here, let me tell you. I was bigger than you in my dream last night. Are you sure? Yes. Yeah, man, but how did you see it? We were out there in the field. This guy. What you are telling us, we are going to serve you. You are going to be our master. More. And because of that, people, they hated him. Not because of the garment of many colors. No. That was one of the problems. But they hated him because of his dreams. But I can tell you, they did not hate him because of his dreams. They hated him because of what he said. Even the Bible will so. It his dreams and what he said. Which means, if he didn't say anything, they would not know. Every day we are bigger than us. We are mulomo or the excitement. Baba wrong. Is sharing to people, Baba wrong, telling them, hey guys, up I'm big. Bigger than you, bigger than you. But okay, all right. Tomorrow he comes again. He's sharing another dream with them. And this time, the Bible says he even called his parents. He escalated, he told the parents and everyone, I'm big. I'm big. That announcement put him in trouble. And I can guarantee you, or what got into those brothers is the spirit of the devil from the pit of hell that came because of careless words, that came out of somebody who was destined for greatness, who was just talking to anyone. And that for me is a big thing. Or we need to be careful what we say. About even the dreams that God has laid in our hearts. Many people, because they just called you for an interview, were phoning the cousin and everybody were, hey, Talai fitle mafelelo, working, war no, kia interview kausan. Hante, Baba ngoba ataminwana so. Baba witzer what time? Or 11 o'clock. Hey, 11 o'clock, beta. Baba ngoba bile something kamo fasal leave. Baba what is your name? Uleveti your name. Which name exactly? You know, I tell you, but what was I saying? Because you don't know what you are dealing with. Telling what they can be, that's why. You need to know people who are praying with you genuinely. People who cannot jealous you, people who will stand with you genuinely. You need to know that. Because you can share. My excitement is dangerous. What's my excitement? Take idea or your enemies, so I'm going for an interview. We announce on Facebook. What time for interview? Ne? Wapere suit to tie or wapere 2-piece or time for interview, just selfie, or for 30 minutes I'm not available. I will be sitting around the bigger table, you know, more paneling. The things we say. Immediately what's anaka more paneling, but we have off. What's wrong with this one? And the next thing, you don't know what happened because you talk too much. There are some things you don't just say to anyone anyhow. Joseph got attacked because of this guy. And not only that, I'm coming to you. Jesus was attacked because of the announcement. The announcement, if it Jerusalem. They went to the house of Pharaoh. Again, remember the star was never lost. It was just directing them there to go and inform him about the birth of the Messiah. That's why when the star arrived there, it disappeared. It didn't get lost. It disappeared. There's a difference. For that to disappear was for them, we saw the star and we were following the star. When it got here, it disappeared. And now, but what kind of a star? No, not a star. There is a king that is born. Why? To let him know. That was an announcement to the king who was in charge at that time. The king of the Jewish people. When the king heard it, something happened. Go search for him. If you find him, please come, tell me so that I can also go and worship him. He did not mean it. He meant, or if I get the baby, I will kill the baby. And immediately when they left his house, the star reappeared because it was never lost to take them straight. They didn't need his direction. It was to inform him. But I'm not sure or aware or that information that went into the palace caused innocent children to be killed. Because 2 years down the line, Aguishara must do something. and Chamasolar, go and kill every child, every boy child, 0 to 2. Kill them. Because I believe in these kids, Baba Bolaiwa, Jesus will be part of them. Attack came because of that announcement. And I'm thinking, if no one went to Pharaoh's house and told him, there is a king that is born, Pharaoh would not have known. Maybe Pharaoh one day, there is a king of the Jewish people around. His name is Jesus. But that information that got to him made him come up with plans to kill the baby. But promotion nyana, udia brai. And udia brai, ubija leba tubaba sa rating, mo braingi. Hey, let us toast before we are toasting. The toaster, I just got a promotion. 3 months I last. But like a story, but no, hey, we made a mistake. Mamang naile kai is back. Hey, what a story. Wargeta baisa CCMA, wagra another story. Kante, in your braai, on the day of braai, Judas was part of it. In fact, announce their greatness. There's somebody in the group who quickly went after the meeting and called the people who are responsible for blessing you. Like us here, Pastor Veil. Little major, Almutziv that one. So, change. We'll call you. You're supposed to start guide one, but no, just wait. We'll call you. We're still dealing with something. Because we're now we are celebrate a capilla. Maybe poverty. I think poverty, poverty too much. Promising. You don't wait for them to be accomplished. Already you want to jump and celebrate. I think it's Bishop Twala who said this. I saw it on Facebook. Sister Soudujele Motuka restaurant, Motusara Vekina na uncha mahadi. Sister Utsana status uncha du homo rukisan, tungisan. Mutuamdi masinki abulele sale. Automa rukisan, lega rebersna interest. Rezusa ditsebe. Lebalo, ibale velejo, but rukise. When you think you are just playing around, there are people who are not playing. Or rukisa bar next. Babolela. Hauna rukisa mo. This one, agasinyalwe. Because why can't we keep quiet? Koroka se breakfast ya utisa chelete was stolen. Apena kongwe usanje breakfast about 7 million utole uritu. Runo vona only millionaire. So announcement can cause the enemy to attack you. Quickly, he can attack you because of the announcement. So that's why we're talking about discretion. Hearing that verse, discretion will protect you. Yes. In NIV Irial, it will protect you. And that is true. If you learn to be careful with words and to be careful with whom you talk to, that will protect you. Honestly. Do you see me, Mar? Do you see what God is doing in my life? My discretion will still do what? Protect you. It will protect you against the evil ones. In fact, by the true colors of people the day back really miracle. I got a job. Okay. Okay. She's not interested. She's not. That day, or I'm not happy for you because when I got a job. What's my only heart broken or how come? Why that behavior? Can't maybe you needed to keep quiet a bit and talk to people who are praying with you. Now I've learned, these people who are saying we are praying for you, woman of God, no Facebook, they are not praying. They are done like that. We are with you. We are praying for you. The people who are praying for you, they don't even say anything. Because if I'm praying for you, I don't have to announce it to the public or I'm praying for this person. So you keep it to yourself and go on your knees and pray for that person. But we are praying for you. Get what they do not have. You will know them. Yeah. Just get to a level that is higher than theirs. You will know that we are praying for you was not real. Buy a car they do not have, you will know. Who are you? Buy a house they do not have. Get a better job than theirs. Oboli junior mobon. Congratulations. You just go. That's why bazalwane, little graduation we must be careful. You see, when you are working with people and your senior on a certificate, you will standard 8. When now graduate a master's, you are putting it there or master's in accounting. I'm graduating master's in accounting. Okay. First Monday at work, when you go finish I've been here for long, before you were born actually. I've got more experience than you. Because, and when I got excitement, you have just got masters in accounting. Oh, praise the Lord. More better experience. Instead of just saying congratulations. One man told me, qualifications for more than 5 years. What's that? Marali Junior, I'll qualified than them. 5 years come. One day what you post, I apply. How I got a job. Everybody was shocked. But can't tell when you heard this or no? I heard this. Why didn't you tell us when we said that question? No, there was no need. Why was I supposed to tell you, no, I'm more educated than you? What was the point? There was no need. Boss. Sorry, na, you apply for a car, they want to approve, but pre-approval. You call everybody. But I just got a pre-approval. Pre-approval means nothing. It's until they verify your documents and everything. Pre-approval, you can't be announcing to the whole world about something at this thing. It can bend this whole place. I can go on the other side. When I'm honest, was a chavimbat. Maybe we got to before the Lord. So I cut you because I thought if you come in, I may not be able to talk further. But
no, I wanted to emphasize on the scripture that says, when a stupid person is quiet, people think he's wise.
So meaning, yeah, I agree with you. So meaning, it's until you speak. And this thing, I've seen it many times. He will speak with a very big voice, and he's a giant. And people start, no, that was just a joke. I'm just saying to you, it's until you open your mouth that people can start judging you. And I agree with you. Or even when a stupid person is quiet, people think, well, this one must be a genius because he's just quiet. Imagine a lady as in said loje, as in say mangina pila, pervotse, a cheche perfume, anotenamo, and just sit down and not say anything. Asna metric. Asna standard 6. But what we are saying, we are talking about discretion or check out label man, because that is power. That is very powerful. In fact, but what too much? Who talk everything everywhere anyhow? I fail in life. The announcer all the time. Hey, next week we record this. Mara, you never see these things. An honest person who can tell us experience or and what happened. Is there anyone who has that experience? We are learning as we grow. And certain things happen. And I learned, the more you grow, you realize that you can't just talk anything anyhow with anyone. Even some achievements. Uno tool. Mikey, come. Yes.
Now I learned when I was going to the university. In my family, like a lot of people, they didn't go to the university. So
Yes.
it was not me who said something about me going to the university. It was actually my brother who was proud of me, or like, you are the first to go to the university and all of that. And then my uncle said something, the same thing that you are saying, where like you will realize when something says it was where like people really, like, they don't like you. They don't like you. So Vanaba, who are my cousins, they did not go to the university. They didn't reach a point where they could go to the university. I was the first to go. Then my brother was just celebrating, hey, my younger brother is going to the university. And all that. He was the one who was saying these things.
Yeah.
And my uncle made a statement, and he was very angry. He was very angry. He's not different. That's why. And then I kept quiet. I was still young. I couldn't speak for myself. But it was my brother was just celebrating, or my younger brother is going to the university. And then my uncle said, he's not different.
And how he did.
Hey, I'm bad.
If he knew, he would not have celebrated in front of that uncle.
Hey.
If he knew, he would not have done that. Because he and I thought, we are family. So Akere, my brother is going to university, everybody will clap. Oh, brothers of Joseph. It's more like things jamanyalo, you know. You want this thing jamanyalo. Unala manyalo amancha followed it because, but one of Koko, we saw Makoti in this house, we thought, you'll beat everybody, level phone, the cousin of Mwahole. Happy Bamhopage. I want just say, Lobano Kokota fell. It will end the Abasabuya. Because somebody felt it is not going to happen. Majaja, the family in Chiba di Berakamo house, close family. Before you call people by Lord, I mean, you are calling me, I've got 9 kids, none of them is married. You want me to come, Kito negotiate a Lobola Yangwana how? Ka excitement. So they will end up doing things, you know, but block everything. So I hear you. The announcement can hurt people around you. About GL. Mama?
Amen.
Amen.
And now, Hemuruta Bulela Kalinyalo, na before Linyalo Laga, Niki announce. Ki Butabo Botle, Nakwiti Nak, Hudilekele Stone. So Nakovar Kenya, Diwa, yo, Nailin Twinguniki, Swinga Tata or Bona, and Lerkis Kanya Diwa. And then Hosimunati, Mubatumba Marnakisa realized Hore, a homunati for Bona. Because Kalinyalo Laga, day before the rings holiday later. The following day, Nertamaka Jeta Li Kumbi, VW Rayadi Mabako Hadibaka, Horba Batamakayo Nakarkeba Banch, Yastaka Mutile, Renyaletico UNICEF, Erfitla Qualico, Contuing Ela, Babu Hadia Bating, Chancellor Koloi Baristaki. Not day before Hekia Miriring, Koloi Hekinamella Soka Sifona Limutena, Okujimqua. Maria Briga, Kinali sister, Kemutu, Kiralang, me. Kinale, Ausaka, Kamutis or Golo, even Hira are nagit. So when Kimo Henze Kehola, realize a hore, Hira Haladilo, Uska, and Gata Tilalinyalo, Mewakamo opposite, Abisa Vanava Hayuna Levanava Yana, Banchenva, Abastu, never says to Shem Felebon. Ababita Gama Vito, Osanos, and is over Nagusha Tello, call. So I can have with you, my life. It's very interesting.
The media team, are you recording the session? I think load shedding is messing us up. Yeah, please record. Yes, thank you, Mama. You announce how ye kirkianyalwa, ye kirkianya, no level. You know how I'm deeming that you are still alive. Babanchi kalachajila nyalo di kolodia tulana. And the next week, we will look you. In fact, I buried someone on the day of their wedding. Yes. Because, you know, the jealous the family. On a Monday, I was supposed to go get a revival ya lenyalo. On my way, to admit it, so I got there, admit it. Tuesday, Wednesday at Lokofar. Saturday ke lenyalo. Na pile ka moloka ka boya. O to enyaka. Ijo ana mkhawuswi mamang aka siphale ngwanaka. So these things are there. Re tshwenya ke lame. Ko re aswa e matjatja re aswa man. Yo status Facebook. E re aswa batho amdimo. Ko ra o khone no dula wa itirela di joke tsa wa ithalokela wa ipolelela o sanya ko bontsha batho re you are big. Once you realize that you are big, you are bigger than us. There are people who are competing with you without your knowledge, who are waging themselves. So what tomorrow rise about no, it can't be. Everywhere, because these people are competing. Brute.
Yeah, it's a deep one, Dad.
Yes.
So I think. I learned this when I was still young. I was in metric when I was applying to my university.
Yes.
At the time, it was a time when the Department of Health was issuing a lot of bursaries for students to go study in Cuba.
Yeah.
You know, and I think at the time then I had promises, you know.
To go to Cuba.
Yeah, I was excited. Never been on a plane. Fly on me. Next week ngizabe ngiflyile. Bengikhulumisa abantu abane-passport kuphela. I'm joking. But I think I got so excited at the time.
Yeah.
I spoke about it. Hey, it did not happen. And then I had applied to several universities at the time. And then I remember UCT, University of Cape Town was one of the universities I applied in. And I got a response to say, we are considering. I stopped at considering. Achela bonke abantu, you know. And so much that when I look back, in fact, after I matriculated, the following year, I stayed in Nyagawonke, I didn't go to school.
Yo.
So I actually
And you passed well.
And I passed. You know, and I was sure I was sure I'm getting a bursary. I was sure next year family plans don't include me. Cape Town. So, but it never happened. The whole year I stayed without going to university. So I took a gap year, but of course God was good at the time. Then the following year I went to university. So I learned that, and I think we learn it from such things. I remember my wife and I, when we were pregnant, we only actually made it known the day, and I think 2 days after the baby was born, to say and people thought we are just pregnant, and the baby was already born at the time. So it shocked a lot of people, you know, but it's a decision that we took to say, I think one man once said, you announce your arrivals, not your departures.
Yeah. And we announced departures.
Yeah.
And most of these departures, I didn't arrival. Since you said you were going to Durban, you never arrived.
So yeah, no, we learned from that. And I think maybe Intershire as Christians is not knowing where to draw the line between testifying and announcing before time. Sometimes what we call testimony is actually an announcement that is prematurely. And so I think that's where we then fail to navigate.
There's a song that introduced, I'm coming to you, Mama, that introduced and announced David. Batubari, David, 10,000. Bafeta Saul, 1,000. Soul, okay. So you are telling me that as the king of this nation, Kiafas, this young man is taking over. Moyo the demon lamzen. Atoma munyakela spears trying to kill him. Davida bachava. Because basadi ba opeti pina. But that is about. But 10,000 for him, 1,000 for him, 10,000 for him, 1,000 for him, 10,000 for him, 1,000 for him. Until the enemy is listening with 2 ears. Or okay, so 1,000 for me. What are you saying? Announce. The one who's being announced. Hey. Yeah. Sorry, ma. I saw your hand. Please give her the mic.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So I learned discretion from my mother. First thing, so when I was pregnant with this one, we only told our parents. So from both sides. And then I didn't understand. So like throughout, okay, fine. My mom called me, she's like, no, don't talk about this to anyone. Keep it to yourself. Fine. And I wasn't allowed to post any pictures of myself.
So you were not doing those stomach out?
I
was on a pregnancy fashion.
Allowed to take,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to take any, like I was, okay, we could take pictures, but I wasn't allowed to
post
anything on any social media platform, you know. If you knew, even my friends, they found out when they saw, or they found out the baby shower invitation that I'm actually pregnant. Because, yeah, she wasn't showing for a very long time. She showed like the last trimester also. So that's where I learned discretion. But my experience with many things is that you see, not announcing departures, but you see when you arrive, you know, people's responses. Oh, if I had announced this, you know, at my departure, it was not going to come to fruition. Because that, when you arrive and you announce that arrival, okay, this is where we are. You know, you see the reactions of those you didn't expect to see those reactions, you know, from. You see people moving away from you. You see people saying, we're now changing sheets, but you're the same person. you see many things, you know, like once you arrive at your destination, even though you had been quiet all of this time, and those people that you thought were close to you,
In actual fact, this thing is deep. I'm reminded of someone I prayed for. She was about to get married, and she called friends because she was still at the university. The husband was the one who was working, so she was still studying. She called friends from school and some from church. Badi and se barke bridal shower. Ke yona ne? Bridal shower yela. And I'm talking about Christians. Born again, in fact, she might be watching. That bridal shower caused problems. Immediately after lenyalo, she got sick. Very much sick. Spetel, what is the problem? Hey, honeymoon was hospital. That thing took more than 2 years. Until we met, they brought the person, we prayed, and I can tell you that even now, there are still challenges that come from a bridal shower. Excitement. Pajama night, you know. Pajama mola, bushiu barno bridal what, it was nice. They messed her life up. She used to come for prayers because of bridal shower. So sometimes, and we are not trying to instill fear in anyone. No. Verses say, discretion will protect you. Sometimes announce excitement, no, you know, I'm not scared. God protect me. Mola mudima a simple principle. Or if you guard your mouth, this thing will protect you. So, now I'm not against anyone who goes on social media and stomach, so are 6 months, we are 7 months, are 9 months, are 3 days to go, you know, to a day before I want this child to just come out. Praise God. Mara, baby, discretion will protect you. Ke a tseba ra o dumele mo baloing, ne? Mara discretion will protect you. And it's good sometimes for batho bana go, wow, this thing happened. Wow, that thing, God has done it in my life. Wow, this thing, yeah. I saw a hand and I saw this one. She started, I was Charmaine, and then you'll follow.
Amen.
Amen.
And now I won't share the story, but the good was something.
Is this mic the right one? I'm worried about sound. There is another one. Okay, go.
So nane ke renga share story moruti, but you know like it won't be fair. And now I remember, I think it was 2009, 8, somewhere more. So I was still busy studying safety. So what's a halahore mudimanon rata I got before get ready the practical. Cannot apply I felt just risking, so they never go subsibanzia. So I was non zia kaberka kwale like 8 months. So in that 8 months, my boss was impressed. Then there's another post, but it's in Swaziland. So I was excited, but I can't share too much. No share mama. Then within a week, then I packed, I signed a contract for 5 years. I left for Swaziland. So there was someone. So I don't know what happened to that guy. So so that 5 years, so Baba impressed. Like you go to meetings or yeah, we're so proud of you. Like in that area, they believe her as a plague at Swanzong. I get what Pogomaha in the rural, so I believe no mama so like things like whatever that you do, continue to bear. Like literally, see no to bear a weekend thing, Manta hero was to will mama hashanalo. So it happened where I didn't say who valid odi dilo mama wacheka. So boss I very impressed. Then there's another project, they go 10 bush. They want someone. So people applied. So boss I like eba tsela tsa hore bare remisa denebo mara bankisi denebo bankisa 10 bush. Hore go ira di audit and everything go. So while we're still there, Muruti meeting, like you know, okay, but this one I think we're gonna take her to that one Yago Mozambique, of which it was huge. Like everything nearly. Okay. Wa post Facebook same day. Like Muruti, like I posted like
What ring of Facebook? Go no take us through it.
Because come posting like I'm excited and poster, it was on a Thursday. Then the Friday, okay, fine. Pack your bags, return to Mozambique, Rocheka, some. So already, set everything in Copan. Murutiga pack, I can take a pack, I can a border, I can Nashifal Kata. Post. Kata, once or one hotel like I get a post, a Facebook, a post. So, if you talk only to find her, no, it's not like her in never no, but check a file. Like just her failure one, I give it up to date. I get the person Alangan tell her I try to be her kid pake be like can need to move if you like I'm gonna get a fella file for 3 days, but it's going to be overtime. And that was it.
So you went to Mozambique to fix the file, come back, overtime paid for 3 days.
That was the story. That was the story. And then Namaraka could have address immediately. But not the guy who can tell an answer phone, I confirm. So in Kero, no, maybe I might come back again. Get na.
And then those who told on Facebook, Abamagalor, now you are back. So you must come up with a story now. You told us you are leaving.
ene ka mokgo bolela nnete gore sephiri sa tlhokeha go a etsahala gore okay fine ka e bona ka dila le yona ka banyana off Facebook and social media ka tsa breakinyana e le serious e la ya o posta private life it's a happy life. That's what I posted out there. Private life is a happy life. Okara ke nyoko disturb, but I was dealing with whatever. And Muruti wa etsahala hore now I wanted the one ya ko Mozambique. Then the company wanted to place me ko Zimbabwe. But because of that, ntwe ke bone Muruti can you excuse hore I can't go to Zimbabwe because ne ke feel hore Muruti I wanted that one. Dilo tse ne ke pape ne ke postile kwa. I was there already. And I came back. Ka tlohela mmereko, like literally, I resigned. I did. I came back before project ka 5 years failed.
Somebody must hug you, you know. You have gone through a lot. Yo, Mara, maybe to say, white people also do what we do, ne? I don't know. Do they also do what we do? They post everything. Ne? Are they like us? Hey, Mara, majority. Or I'm black. Hey? Eh? Eh? We have a point to prove.
I think somehow, to some extent, Muruti, it's a malin trailer, maybe background as well, speaks volumes to how you want to come out now to people and announce.
Is that not a condition we are psychology?
It's a poverty of the mind. For example, from exactly what you were saying, in a family where, for example, not to brag or anything, but my parents went to school. I also went to school, and I don't see a need to. Now, with me, it starts with me from within. Why should I post? What purpose does it serve? Am I bragging? Am I showing off? Am I too excited as well about my achievement to the extend I need to show it off, or this is just the norm, so I don't need to. I just got a new deal, $1 million deal. I don't need to post it because I'm used to this thing.
And you give it to me all the way from Bochum.
Hey.
Not million, 50,000 project.
Tender ya deliver the book skolo. Hey.
Sure. Yeah, there's a hand. Mhlongo lifted up his hand. And please speak.
Thank you. Good evening, Bazalwane. Yeah, now I think I'm getting closure of a dream that really working like it dissolved. And I realize now, I think I announced too much. And I will concur with Muruti. In 2015, I applied at the military. So basically, they did not take me. So in 2016, I applied. So now they call me for assessments and interview. So you know that when they call you for assessments and interview, I will show you are leaving. So I started announcing, I've been from in January to August, this 12. So yeah, no, I announced. I told my friends, gents, no, I'm preparing myself. Next year when I'm gone. And I told my family, I told almost everyone in my life, like around when I'm leaving. And also some of the commitments I've lost because, no, but when I was and I went there, did assessments, everything was fine. I did interviews, everything was fine. Like I was ready, you know. You know, I prepared myself. So, in fact, when I went for the interview, I had to make sure that I'm clean. You know, so that ba kgone ho bona
Ukishari,
presentation.
you are here to work. You are not here for interview.
Hey. I waited. October. How? So now, like the friends I went with, hey, Pela, hey, my friend, like I got a call. How? Okay. Well, maybe Luzena did you know, if things are yours, they will delay, but doesn't mean that they're not denied. And it's me, like, so I'm not sure when I'm going or not. When January, I feel like so ka February, get application happy. Should I apply? What's the point of applying? They called me, and now really nothing is happening. And then I realized, you know what? Or maybe I told the wrong people or what. So, but all these years I did not realize that. Like until this day, you know what? Sometimes you tell people, some people, one of they hulule, you know, out there, but so I think that really we should just be careful in that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe nke bo sa bolela nke bo le
General.
there was a hand this side, ne? Hey,
Am I audible? Oh, okay. So I just
what,
want
before you speak, are we saying there are a lot of dreams that have been aborted because Rabler? Yo, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think something that we shouldn't miss in terms of discretion, because discretion is wisdom or prudence,
Yes.
is that you, it's not everything must be secretive. Sometimes there must be a purpose, and you must search the intent of your heart as to why you are saying or talking about whatever it is, whatever achievement that you're talking about. So for me, I've realized one of my biggest dreams, a year ago. So I talk about it because people, like black people on this journey have been struggling a lot. So I talk about it because I'm saying, hey, you can
It's
also
doable.
do it. You know, you can also, you can also get there. Let's, keep on pushing, don't give up. No matter what, systems are there to make things more difficult for you, but you can make it through. There are other people on the other side who look like you. And yeah, that's the reason why, certain things we can't sit, with and keep quiet about. I saw somebody posted recently that why is it that marriages always have bad PR? People don't talk about, healthy marriages and all of those things. And somebody commented that we are weary of talking about healthy marriages because most people will go there and say it will end in tears, or they will say, negative things. But yeah, I think the purpose or the intent of your heart, firstly, and also, being wise. Hopefully, whatever you're sharing or your arrival will help someone else.
Definitely. I think you are almost at the end of what I wanted to say at the end. Or when we talk about this, we are not saying don't share what God has done. Mara check. Or what exactly are you saying? But also what we were talking about now, announcing before time. That's the most dangerous. I know God is at work. Mara, what are you doing? Hey, if you are telling young black women that this thing is doable, I've done it. You have done it. You are done. Even if they want to bewitch you, they can't take back the certificate. But here's somebody who's still starting. So I'm a doctor. Even if you prescriptions, WhatsApp. I have about prescriptions. I have Panado. I on atom my first year. Or before let's go low. And this is what we are talking about. Or just be wise and just choose, be careful what you say. Hey, Mudimar Tusa. Okay. Proverbs. Ere.
Tibele di shisho.
Yeah.
Itla go lotola.
Yeah. Or ulebele disise check, be sure. It will save you.
Yeah.
It will protect you. There are many verses that speaks about this. Proverbs 3:21 says, My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. Proverbs 5:2 that you may regard discretion and that your lips may keep knowledge. It's everywhere in the Bible. Wisdom share a home with a shrewdness. What is this word? Shrewdness and have knowledge and discretion. So maybe as we conclude, we covered. Okay.
Usually politicians use what they call propaganda.
Yeah.
Propaganda is the opposite, basically, of what is aimed at. So they misdirect you. While when you're chasing that story, Bona, they are actually building this one on this side.
Yeah.
So I think discretion is also that. Knowing that, I've had to teach my son this, that there's a difference between things that are sacred and things that are secret. Go na le sephiri, go na le
Sacredness.
sacredness. Ntho e botlhokwa wa e boloka. A o no iphatlalatsa, a o no isha ko bathong ba no e bona, ba no e tseba, because you value that thing. So your processes, your dreams must be sacred. Therefore, utlo di protector as well in terms of how you speak of them, when you speak of them, who you speak to about them. So, yeah.
That is very true. I have learned one pastor, every time when he leaves the house, he would post. Today, I'm already in Polokwane. I just arrived 5 minutes ago. Until it's he just left and they went home to break. Update. In fact, some people, if you want to know their lives, that take their status. You will know everything from beginning to end every day. And then people realize, okay, just left my beautiful house now, and by 4, I will be back here. Okay, for these 4 hours, they can go in and do as they wish. Hey, some things are exciting. Imagine a Joseph Aipona and some things, they make you feel good when you share. Can you feel it, what God is doing? Yeah, and now you want to now tell everybody what wrong. So may the Lord really help us so that Dafita, you are a king. While Mudim is still preparing you, you are still taking care of the sheep. 10,000. And the attacks, some of the attacks will come prematurely, especially when you announce before time. I love the parents of Moses. The sister to Moses kept him there, and they hid Moses. No, get the parents who hid Moses. Until Asafitaya, they had to take him out. But they had to hide him. Immediately out there. He was not going to survive. Some things they are feature until a certain time. That's when you are able to share. Not this but that child will die. So yes,
I think the other thing that we need is to kind of have a wisdom to see or repel a little man, because the public out there will be people that you will need to. You need a circle of people that you can speak to. Speaking is therapy. And sometimes, whether you have bad news or good news, you need to speak.
Yes.
So you need a platform where you will share things that are important, things that are not important. So, ntho e re bethang ko re, re palelwa ke ho bona hore re na le bo mang. So, ka nako e Joseph a share, na sa share hore wa ba kgantšhetša. Na share because o ba tshepile. No. Ke
Tšheletša
kgopela ho
ngwana.
fetša, ke kgopela ho fetša.
No, yela o e
Ke
misquote
nagana
le
hore-
ngwanaka. Aye.
Okay.
Mola, o e ba le botse. O theeletse statement sa. First statement, or look. I had a dream. And when you follow that word look, it's more like somebody was standing on this chair, telling to people, or you know what, look. If you follow it, there was that thing, or you know what, I just, well, maybe as you say, but that excitement and how he said, maybe they hated him because of the dream and how he spoke. Meaning the attitude as well, the salt that he put in it.
Ke nahana hore bana hore ba tlo thaba le yena because they are family. Imagine.
Or you are going to be bigger than us and we must rejoice with you. But I hear you. You are right. You need people that you can talk to. One of the bigger challenges that I've seen in most churches everywhere, including this church, kore go na le batho ba ka o nyakang ditaba tša bophelo ba hao, as if they are there to support or to protect you. As soon as ya vela ke interview ka osane, aba khomole. They call another. The next thing no kwa motho a botsa re ba na nka o le mo na re kore ba re go interview. How le boditse ke mang? No, so and so told us or it's your day for interview. So if it comes to me and says I'm building a football story tomorrow, it's not in my responsibility to take a phone, ke phone le mhlongere. O go la re ntule ka osane wa ntlo engwe ya o ya 4 times up. So I think also that it's important that you need to also be careful. They will never come near you until they suspect or there's something you're busy with. Or that's when they can come, so that they can go out and announce. So I think we need that wisdom. People around you that you can talk to. They are promising Cape Town. You can tell them, I got a promise for Cape Town. I need prayers on this one. And you know these people are genuine. They will stand with you in prayer.
And uka se destroy ke stranger. La ba re bank ba e robara. Ho na le motho a e berekelang bank e, a leng connected le batho bao.
That one is true. I want to lata G4S mo life it. Somebody must have told them already. Yeah, today it really 40 million. Wasting of their resources. They must know. Everywhere, even in a political party, there must be people. Even in a church, you can't destroy a church without people within. It is us who destroy what we build. Yeah. Hey, Mudimar Trusevan. Hey, Marlele le ka khona ke mang. Biblia spedir le shaedi le uwe le padile. Irantu. Le shaedi le uwe le padile. Le shaedi. Meaning it's dangerous. It can build one day, tomorrow destroy. It can build something for 10 years, one day, Lilimilai destroy. So may the Lord help us. Can we stop here? Unless if there's a question, but I think we can stop here. Mhlongo boncha unyaka diverse deep. Very deep. Yeah. One good example of discretion, Kimer. Mudimo bolela le yana hore hey, o kerile ntwe kholo. Are two. She kept quiet. Mary never shared that thing with anyone. Until Joseph abona or mara no, something is wrong here. She didn't even share with Joseph. Because that one was too big and she felt, oh, this one is between me and God. So I need to keep it until God says I must share it. Then it took God himself to announce it to Joseph. Who did all this. And she kept quiet. If Joseph went to her, why didn't you tell me? She must have said, my Lord, the Lord never said I must share now. The way it came, I could not share. I had to keep it to myself until a certain time. That's what happened there. Maybe who told you to share this? Yeah. Hey, but mara physically they never worked. Babanji, they've gone to Cuba mara they never went. Babanji, they went to UCT they never. Babanji maso commander, but they have never been there. Babanji baberekile Mozambique, mara they never worked there. They only did a file there. Ah, Morena Jesus. Yeah, man. Don't go complain. Yo.
But I'm not complaining. I think as you concluded, you gave me comfort, and I also felt maybe let me just share also what I feel. Or I think if really God has really ordained you to become a soldier, or really that which you really wanted to be, even if you have shared and maybe things didn't go well, as Mr. Joseph, he has really shared and things didn't go well, but eventually ended up being there. And I think if eventually you are born to be what you want to be, I think Mudim is able to restore really that which has really shared in your heart and which you have shared, and it will really, really come to pass, I think.
But I also think if he didn't share, there was not going to be any pit. He was not going to be sold there as a slave. There was no need for prison. So some things, they are delay in our lives. Reach 40 years because really before fitara retain. Satana retain. Let's prove it. I'll dry up like a one for 40 years. Some things can be avoided, actually. You can avoid unnecessary threats. You really can. Because unogada limili watul.
Maybe kita more like brother like here. Yo, majaja wa glow. Yo, I'm trying to decaf for something. So I'm a searcher.
Marantwane banna ba idea ban arno bulanet. Banna ba idea. Banna. War buleleng. Ana vita wa glow banyaka ditaba. Mostly women. Wa glow khantine ba bolela ka khone ba nthabu imile. We meet. Wara suspect we meet. O mongwe re na ke ta mo kreya. Wa bona matlo a white. O ka re you are pregnant. Or a gone o confirm.
Ba nyaka confirmation. Ya gore motho a bolela re nyo matjatja this matjatja that. And that's also where discretion should apply. Horawa na no ijela bathu na no ijela u ka no bolela sentences that come to mind because you don't lo ena o ska feel obligated gore when someone is asking you feel like you must confirm. You can just say maybe ke leta go la modimo wa tseba wa tswa modilo.
In fact, ntwane o tsatleng sa re lebelle ona le batho ba le very good ka o nyaka taba mothong and they will get it. Baka o thoma ka o glow ba mara bona you are not like you wow it are just snap mara why yo auna ngwana ka mompe no to protect the baby out of our 2 months nyana and and that must be a spirit of the devil. It's a very cunning spirit because banyaka ditaba re ka o glow ba bangwe re glow so go re krele motho baring maadi atlaneng bolela chomi maadi atlaneng lona fetore ba re ko mfeng o tsama ka eng wa go motho a relax ka koloi bembe ready ya ring ya really wow congratulations ba tomdim re a rukisa na ye ke yona no. Use discretion. Be very careful because that's how the devil operates when they want to dig into your life and want to know what you are doing. Yo, Mudimar too. So let's stand. It's one